Wolves, Mountain Lions, and Bears.
We are the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone, powered by Pearl River Resort. Good morning. Welcome in. We're live in the Bank Plus studio, 105.9 The Zone, ESPN. Don't forget lunch today at Fleetway Market. They have a market cafe inside Fleetway Market in Gluckstadt. Check it out, grab and go, or you can order and eat there. Fleetway Market and the Market Cafe in Gluckstadt. Bowbound Straight Funk with you. Good morning, good morning. Coming off, I guess, the Manning Passing Academy and going into United States and Bosnia Wednesday.
That's right.
Are you going to watch the game? Hit us up on the text line, yes or no. 601-885-3776. Also, how excited are you about Kamario Taylor? On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the most excited, how excited are you about Kamario Taylor? Hit us up on the Dancing Rabbit Golf text line, 601-885-3776. I am excited.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, to have a playmaker, you've already got a playmaker in Oxford. When you have two playmakers in Starkville and Oxford, because I don't know what the wins mean, but a playmaker, an exciting quarterback, somebody who can do, not just throw it, but run it. I mean, this just opens up for the first time since Fitz everything. And you see what Ole Miss has been able to string together with Matt Corral, who could do both, Jackson Dart, who could do both, and Trinidad, who can do both. And, Ralph was a runner, right? And he was a power runner. And he had Anthony Dixon and Vic Ballard, who were both NFL players. And so that they both made each other better, and they made the offensive line better. Ralph did become even though he wasn't a super polished passer, he did become a more polished passer under Dan. And then, of course, Dak became fantastic his junior and senior year, and Fitz became a more polished passer after basically running the wing T in Georgia and having 65 attempts, I think, in high school. No doubt. I mean, he made some fantastic throws, but he was great, one of the top 5 ever in the league at running the football from the quarterback position and the leading rusher in the history of the SEC at the quarterback position. So now you went away from it. You're going back to what most everybody else uses to win football games, which is a dual threat. And when I say that, you don't have to be Lamar Jackson.
No.
Okay? And you don't have to run like Nick Fitzgerald, but you need to have that in your, arsenal. And, of course, Kamario does. So on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the most excited, how excited are you about Kamario Taylor? Let's go with we had an Ole Miss fan that actually, here it is. All right, 601 unnamed texter. Bo, as an Ole Miss fan, I'm a 4 for Kamario. Could be a 5, but he will beat us one time based on athleticism. I was a referee at some of his high school games. He was unreal. Okay, so that's from an Ole Miss fan. You know how we are, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. He's like, the dude has talent. And I can't wait to see what Levy and Kamario, and I guess Montgomery, have done in the offseason and how much he's improved in all the different areas. And it's just a slight step in a couple of them. And because he already proved he can play.
Right.
And my God, he was a true freshman on a team that, had no identity.
Right. No help.
All right. I mean, Brendan Thompson was good, and Fluff got hurt October 1 and never got back. And so you didn't have an SEC tailback or running back. And even though Fluff was playing at the end of the year, when he came back 6 weeks later, it was obvious he couldn't play. So all those questions, we'll get the answers. We want them now, but we won't get them until September, October, November. I can't wait. And will Trinidad be as good as advertised? I mean, we already know he's good, but he's kind of got he's kind of got the Superman cape after the Georgia and Miami games. So there's a lot to live up to, and he doesn't have Lane Kiffin in the headset they have in the helmet.
That's right.
And that's a big deal. Now, if Dan Mullen or Lane Kiffin had Kamario Taylor, it's curtains. It'd be illegal. If Dan Mullen, there's others too. There's awesome offensive coordinator play callers out there.
For sure.
But if Lane Kiffin or Dan Mullen had Kamario Taylor, what? I mean, think about what Dan did with Chris Relf. He would have never been any good under Sylvester Croom. Because Croom just doesn't have that skill set.
Right.
To take a player like that, figure out what he could do, and make him good enough to go beat Florida, Georgia, and Michigan. I mean, all three of them were top 10 recruiters. That just doesn't. You don't just roll the ball out and go beat Urban Meyer at Florida, beat Georgia at home with Aaron Murray, and go beat Michigan by 40.
No.
That Dan did that with Chris Relf. He didn't. I mean, doing it with Kamario Taylor or Jackson Dart's different because of their skill set.
Right.
I'm not taking anything away from it, but it's different. And those are the questions that we all will ask throughout the summer. Like when you're hanging out on the grill and you're cooking that great rack of ribs this week for the big holiday summer season. How good can Kamario be? What will he do? In the big moments, will he make a couple of big plays to get a couple of wins for a program that is desperate to get some momentum and to try to make this thing work with Jeff Lebby? And, well, this is the Selman Levy football experiment. To date, it's an epic disaster.
Right.
Can a guy like this who has transcendent talent, but really young, but it's obvious he has this crazy dripping with talent skill set, can he get it done? Big moments, big third downs, big fourth downs, big red zones where every super primitive SEC, bunch of 300-pound dudes teeing off on each other, then a bunch of 240-pound guys, linebackers and edge rushers that can move like lions,
right,
coming up to the line of scrimmage to take you out. Kamario gives you an opportunity to know that, hey, he ain't just going to hand it to Fluff. Right. Like last year, you were sitting there looking at, I mean, the linebackers and edge rushers are like, all right, Shapen's not going to do it. You know, if he does, we'll decleat him.
Yeah.
And Blake's got a skill set that was nice, you know, in the Troy, Coastal Carolina vein. But when you're down in that, when they stumble down in the red zone, now Kamario walks up the line of scrimmage and everybody's like, oh, this dude's 6'4", 230, Fluff's 230. They've got some options here that they didn't have. That makes a difference when you're trying to punch that thing in like they were against some teams, and they had no luck. I mean, they scored some. A lot of it was, you know, outside of the primitive area.